today I just wanted to talk about a sensitive topic, which is racism. So, racism is actually real, and for me, as part of my life story, I would say it was more damaging than being sexually abused. So, I notice now that when I'm older, all my feelings of wanting to be perfect and wanting to be accepted, it was nothing to do with the abuse that went on for years and years from two different men. That, yeah, I felt shame and things from that growing up, but that wasn't as damaging as people looking at you and not accepting you because your skin color was brown. So it was the fact that my skin color was brown and my name was different. Thureya, that's a really weird name, and it's hard to spell. And this is why I gave my children really simple names. I was hoping that their skin wouldn't be as dark as mine so they wouldn't get bullied at school. And I was hoping that their simple names, like just normal Scottish names, would help them be accepted, which did kind of help. My son, he got quite a lot of racism at school, especially in high school, on a few beatings and things like that. Kind of similar to myself and my sister when we were growing up. My middle child, she's not got dark skin. She's got blue eyes and white skin and doesn't even tan, so she's never had any abuse. And my younger child, she's got a nice normal Scottish name and her skin's a lot lighter than mine, so she's maybe had a couple of comments, but nothing really extreme or anything. But it's still out there, it's still real. I hardly get it now that I'm older. When I was younger, it was rife. Like every single day I was called a black packy bastard and I was to get back to my own country. And what made that hard was I was born here in Scotland and I was raised by my white Scottish mother. So for me, it was really confusing as a child when people were shouting at me to get back to my own country and I was already in it. But to be truthful, yeah, I was born and bred in Edinburgh, Scotland, but I will never feel truly Scottish because of that. I've never been to Libya. I'm half Libyan. My dad's Libyan. I've never had my dad in my life. I've met him 2 times in person, once when I was 9 for a day or something, and then once when I was 21. And there was no really relationship there. He speaks a completely different language. I don't speak Arabic. I've never been to Libya. I have no desire to go to Libya because of the way that women are treated, or I've heard women are treated there, like second-class citizens, and like they're basically servants to their men, as all the feedback that I've seen, and you have to cover your body up and be ashamed and hide yourself. I just don't believe in any of that, probably because I was raised here in Scotland. But I just wanted to say it's still there because I still get comments now and again. Nowadays, there's a lot of Romanian people who've moved to Fife where I live, and I've been in Kirkcaldy, just minding my own business, walking to the shop with my middle child, the one who doesn't have dark skin and she's got blue eyes. So I was walking with her, and then 2 older females just shouted at me, effing Romanians, to me. And then my daughter, who's like white at the side of me. And so, I mean, I'm a grown adult now and I decided just to ignore them. But it's just like, why are you even saying that? You have no clue where I'm from. Yeah, my skin is dark and my hair is dark and I have dark eyes. You know nothing about me. I was born and bred in Scotland. I'm a British citizen. I was raised by my white Scottish mother. They know nothing about me. But the most comments I got was black packy bastard. I was called a packy all the time. Now Pakistan is a completely different country. From Libya. It's just like people are so ignorant. They see something that's different and they're racist. But to be fair, it's not just white people. When I was young in Edinburgh, I remember black people, I don't know where they were from, Negro, again, I'm ignorant to where they were from, but I wasn't racist to them. I remember black kids, teenage kids, throwing stones and spitting at me and my sister and calling us black bastards because our skin was brown. And I've actually seen other foreigners be sort of racist to white people. So it's just like, if somebody sees something different, they don't accept it. And now that I'm older, I actually love having dark skin. It's not too dark. I love having tan skin. I don't want to be white. But when I was younger, I felt like I did want to be white. Not because I thought it looked pretty, but I just wanted to be accepted and fit in and stuff. It's just so sad that people see something different and they judge it, when really uniqueness and differences should be, appreciated and valued. It's like, it's sacred, and I think it's a good quality being different. Who wants to be the same as everybody else? So yeah, I still get the odd racist comment now and again. I still notice, obviously, the older generation, lots of people aren't racist as well. I'm not saying everybody's racist, but I even notice now that the older generation, like especially when I grew up in Forfar and things, they're quietly racist. So they don't outright call you a black packy bastard or tell you to get back to your own country to your face, but they treat you differently. I've even sensed it. I even had something recently in one of the workplaces where I work all over teaching just now, and I noticed an elderly lady really took an instant disliking to me, and I had done nothing wrong. It must have been my skin colour. Now, it might not have been, but this is what I'm assuming from my own personal life experiences. But I just want to highlight that racism, although I think it's more hidden now, that people do seem a bit more accepting, but for sure it's still rife. I still get the odd comments now and again. People have no idea where I'm from. They just see dark skin, dark hair, and they'll just assume. I've been classed as Italian, Romanian, Bulgarian, Pakistani. Like, I don't think I've ever actually been called a half Libyan, which is exactly what I am. Half Libyan, but born and bred here in Scotland. So I love Scotland. I think it's a beautiful country, but I'll never feel like this is home. I actually don't even feel like I don't know where I belong, because I don't feel like Libya's my home. I've never been there, nor it sounds a bit scary. I don't want to go. But, you know, it's just like, I just wish people were a bit more accepting. Nobody can help where they're born. When I was a kid, I remember thinking, what if I'd been on a plane when I was when I was born, and I was flying over, like, I don't know, Australia or China or something? You know, would that make me, like, you know, it's just ridiculous that we have all these borders and countries and differences, and all right, you're not the same as me, so I'm not going to accept you. It's so sad. I really do hope that eventually we all just accept each other and we value each other's uniqueness, because for sure it's the most damaging thing, being judged just by the way you look. It's so damaging, especially growing up when you're trying to find yourself and who you are. So value your uniqueness, value your race, value where you come from, because, you know, it's nice being different. That's my message for today.